Welcome to the RapidLog training videos. Today we're going to show you how to use the Batch Builder program inside of RapidLog Pro. Now the only reason you would need to use the Batch Builder program is if your images are being emailed to you, or you use a big network scanner that can only scan to network drives. You would then want to use the Batch Builder function. Otherwise, if you have a scanner connected to your computer, just scan the images into the system. But for those who don't have a scanner hooked up to their system and have images sent to them, we'll want to go ahead and use the Batch Builder option to bring the images into the system. Now there are a couple of settings that you'll need to make sure the images have. Now essentially for Batch Builder to work, we're going to need to have TIFF images, that's TIF or TIFF images, and they're going to need to be saved at either 200 dpi or 300 dpi, and they must be black and white images. If they're grayscale or color or are too big or too small as far as the DPI goes, Batch Builder is not going to accept those logs and it's just going to throw those out. So if you have some images that are 200 or 300 dpi black and white TIFF images, we can go ahead and use the Batch Builder function. So to launch Batch Builder, just open up RapidLog Pro and from the home screen click on Batch Builder. From there you'll get a little Batch Builder window, and on first launch you'll notice that the image source path is blank. So essentially what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to select a folder to run Batch Builder against. Now you'll want to be very careful with Batch Builder because, as noted down below, all files / directories in the image source directory will be deleted. The images that you dropped in there will be taken out and moved to RapidLog Pro. Otherwise, if you have some JPEG images or some Word documents in that folder, they're just going to be deleted out and unrecoverable at that point. So you're going to really want to be careful on which what folder you select for your image source. So just designate a folder on your desktop or out on a network drive for just logs to be put in for the Batch Builder function. So to set up the image source, what we'll do is we'll just click on the little folder icon here, and then we'll navigate to a folder that we've designated as our Batch Builder folder. Now I've got this folder on my desktop here. I've named it Die because anything that goes in that folder is going to essentially die. It's going to get stripped out of there. Anything that's not a TIFF image is going to go away. So be very careful when you select your folder there. Make sure only logs are going in there. After you select your folder, typically the build button will still be grayed out. So to get that value to update, just close out of Batch Builder, open it back up, and then you should have the build button. The next thing that you want to take a look at is your target batch size. So right now I have it at 1,000 logs, which is quite large. Typically a good batch size will be anywhere from 50 to 100 logs. This is just a personal preference type of thing, so if you want to work on more images at a time, go ahead and adjust that number as you see fit. Just know if you do have to reset a batch, the bigger the batch is, the more work you're going to have to do to bring that back through if you do have to reset it for some reason. So usually 50 is a good number, good reasonable number to use there. So after you select your folder, you want to go ahead and move the copy the images into that folder if they're not there already. If I bring up my folder right now, we've got about 5 images in the system right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put the folder on the left side here and pull up Batch Builder just to show you. When we click the build button here, those images are going to just go away. Down below in the bottom right corner of Batch Builder here, we've got the number 5 indicating how many images were built in that batch. So that'll give you a readout on how many images that you've just gone through there. If you get a 0, then there's probably something wrong with the image, you know, whether it be a grayscale image or something like that. But essentially you'll need to do the Batch Builder process if you get a 0 there. Otherwise you should get the number of images that were in that particular folder. So after you click the build button, just exit out of the system, and from there you'll see that there are batches ready to go in the auto read step. That'll about do it for Batch Builder. Thanks for joining us and have a great day.